So you might be trying to figure out whether you should go ahead and enable or disable RCS on your particular iPhone. Now, I will tell you, iOS 18 brings this RCS feature, which is really cool. It's supported on basically every iPhone on iOS 18 as long as your cell provider supports it, which is like every single one. And the cool thing is that RCS, it doesn't suck up more battery. It doesn't take up, any resources behind your phone. It basically allows you to go ahead and send, rich communication, services or utilize rich communication services on your iPhone. Now, what this does is that it essentially think about it, it allows a lot more, similarity and commonality between messaging from an Android phone and an iPhone. So if I'm going to go through and, basically use RCS and enable it on my iPhone, things that are very similar with iMessage will be ported over to my Android device as well, as long as RCS is enabled on both. So there's a couple of different, messaging platform or messaging services out there. There's RCS, SMS, MMS, things like that. RCS, since it's now enabled on iPhones, we can now go ahead and utilize a lot of features within RCS, and there's a lot of them. And Google has a really good webpage dedicated to basically all this information. But essentially, it can give you read and sent messages. It can allow you to edit sent messages to Androids or iPhones now. It can go through and allow you to, basically give those emoji tap backs. Like if you react to a message, it'll show up much nicer inside of your particular iPhone as well. On top of that, it can also go through and allow you to basically, see if somebody is starting to type inside of a particular message from an Android and iPhone and back and forth too. So that's another really cool thing. Now this was already supported on our iPhones on iOS 18, and I would probably recommend keeping it on. Like I said, it doesn't take up more battery, and it allows you to freely message between Android and iPhone a lot more easier. There's been so many times I've messaged a lot of people on Androids, and the process just isn't that great. It just is always there's a lot of friction, I would say, and compared to iMessage, iMessage is way more superior. But now that we have RCS enabled, I would probably recommend just turning it on. And to turn it on, all you're going to have to do is make your way over into your settings application right here, and you'll come into this particular panel. What you want to do here is you want to scroll down until you see the little messages panel, so click on apps on iOS 18 right here, and then you'll see messages that comes up a little bit later. All you want to do is go and tap onto this messages panel, and then there should be a panel here somewhere if you have your SIM card installed that basically should say something like RCS messages. For us right here, it should show something like this, so you can see RCS messaging right up here, and then what you want to do right after is this little option right here. You want to go ahead and enable it. That right there is probably going to allow you to just quickly go through. As long as RCS is enabled on both devices, you should be able to go through and send RCS messages on both phones. So I'd recommend keeping it on, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.